Good morning and welcome to After GMS. Today is Tuesday, June 29th. I'm Tracy McCain, literally inches away from Ed Matthews.
Oh, don't you love it?
And just a few feet away from my friend Megan Malaris.
I tell you what, I'm the one that's fortunate to be in between two
That's
lovely
true.
ladies and two of my bestest friends, for sure.
Yes, say that part about the lovely ladies.
The lovely ladies,
so
the
sweet,
lovely
Ed.
ladies.
It's our pleasure, Ed, being next to you.
Yeah.
I think it was back, in 2019 when we last had the table out? Maybe early 2020 before everything happened, but I was on maternity leave at that point.
It was
and
early
so,
2020.
I mean, it's been so long since we used this table.
I love it.
So nice.
It is so nice to be back together. And it's just an indication that we're slowly and surely as a society getting things back to normal. It's wonderful.
It was March 13th, 2020.
Wow.
That's a big wow.
Yeah.
Hey, might wow you with hot weather today? Oh, I know you're so excited about it.
Woohoo!
I am, Ed, I am.
Jumping up and down. Overall, really a nice summer day. Really upper 80s to near 90. Low storm chance today and tomorrow, back up around 90. Thursday, we're going to see a cold front very slowly approach the Piedmont from the northwest. That'll give us a few afternoon storms on Thursday, but it looks as though that front could wiggle its way into our backyard and maybe hang out for a couple of days. So we're going with a pretty good shot of rain coming up on Friday and into Saturday. Now, if that front keeps moving, although it will be moving slowly, we're going to try to get it out just in time for the 4th of July. Right now, really a pretty typical forecast for the 4th of July. Low storm chance in the afternoon. One good thing, that although the humidity is not going to get lower, the temperatures are going to lower a little bit because of the extra clouds. We're looking at 84 there on Friday, 81 on Saturday, and 83 on the 4th of July.
All right, we are excited about the holiday. Maybe not necessarily the temperatures, but you know what? It's okay.
Yes.
Here's something that we can all cheer about. A Winston-Salem teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, an educator winning North Carolina's first $1 million vaccine lottery. So we're going to introduce you to Shelly here and her husband, Bill. They have 3 children, and they joined them during Governor Roy Cooper's announcement yesterday. Shelly said it was important that she got vaccinated because she and her husband have aging parents, and she wanted to get back to safely tutoring her students in the classroom again. Shelly and her husband sat down with our Tanya Rivera, who just happens to be their friend of 20 years, and they shared what they plan to do with that $1 million prize.
We've kind of done is prioritize in memories, like we think about memories we want to keep. So yes, the camper, and no to the new fridge because we can make it work with duct tape for a little bit longer. You know, those are our own choices and priorities.
Oh, but the choices are vast. And now you get to have your choice of what you want to do with that $1 million. But you know, they made the announcement yesterday, Megan. I know that you watched it live, you know, as the governor was making the announcement, and the excitement in the newsroom when we, you know, discovered this person is right here in the Triad.
Yeah. I think it's amazing. And Aunt Shelly, I'm going to be calling you later on today. I haven't talked to you in years, although we live, 25 miles apart. I'm so sorry, but I want to get to know you. No, in all seriousness, you know I'm totally joking about this.
Third cousin, twice removed or something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Down the line.
Some family connection here. So happy. They seem like a wonderful family and a wonderful couple.
Yeah.
Very, very happy for their big win.
Yeah, she said in accepting her prize yesterday that she was a teacher for 20 years. She still tutors students, and she really wanted to be able to see them face to face and teach them face to face again. So that was one of the motivating factors of why she got vaccinated. She also said she and her husband have aging parents, so they wanted to protect them. And they made this decision to get vaccinated before the lottery was even a factor, meaning that her name was in the hat only once, because remember, your name got entered twice if you got vaccinated after the lottery became an incentive. So that is really cool that she won. And I just think it is wild that of all people, she knew Tanya Rivera, who leads our 2 Wants to Know investigative unit. And of course, because Tanya deals with calls all the time about people getting scammed, her friend thought, I'm going to call Tanya and see if this is legit. And I think they were 100% thinking that it was going to be like a scammer on the other end of that phone call. And it was Health Secretary Dr. Mandy Cohen saying she won $1 million. Yeah. So, you know, it doesn't happen every day, but it was really cool how this all came together.
No, it doesn't happen every day, but it's going to happen 3 more times this summer. Yeah, so the next drawing is July 7th, and then it'll take a few more days before they can verify everything, get you on the phone if you win, or on that Zoom call with Dr. Mandy Cohen. And then, you know, after they verify that you are, in fact, the winner, then they'll make another announcement a few days later. So that winner was announced Wednesday. And then so wait until Monday. So yeah, probably another few days afterwards.
Now the next drawing, I may be completely
July
wrong.
7th.
7th. That's what I was getting ready to say. 7th.
July 7th.
Okay, so I got 3 more chances. I'm not going to give up. You don't give up either.
Well, listen, you know how you were so excited about those M&Ms?
Oh, well, yeah. They gave me a big barrel of peanut M&Ms for my birthday yesterday and some cheer wine to wash it down.
No, but listen, if you were that excited about M&Ms and cheerwine, if you win $1 million, you're going to be on the floor.
You know what? And this would be interesting to see. Ed doing somersaults around the studio. How interesting would that be?
Viewers would pay to see that.
I'd be off the hook. I'd be off the hook.
Like, and a local meteorologist won. Oh my God.
You could buy a lot of M&Ms with $1 million.
A lot of M&Ms.
In your condo in Key West, you know?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, that sounds
condo
like a
and
plan.
M&Ms. There you go. That's a plan. And some plane tickets for us to come visit you.
That's absolutely, of course.
Well, that's funny. So we do have a few comments here. Bobby Odom really wanted to get on this train that you're on here. He said, do they want to adopt anyone? I'm looking for a new home. LOL.
They have 3 kids already. I don't know about that, Bobby.
I think he was talking about cousins.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. Tammy Bowman said, I wouldn't take it for $10 million. And Jason Hudgens wants to know, Ed, how many M&Ms do you have left?
You know, I eat them slowly because I want the pleasure of M&Ms. Yeah, kind of grazing. I want it to last a long time. So I'm eating them very slowly out over a long period of time. But boy, that's what I had for dessert for dinner last night. I had some M&Ms.
At least you didn't have it for dinner.
Yeah. You told us how many M&Ms you've had after dinner.
Yeah. I don't want my blood sugar to boil over. So I got to keep it in control. So I had 7 M&Ms. But I ate them slowly, and I enjoyed each one of them so much. Right. It was great.
That is hilarious.
I just wrote, it's the little things that make Ed happy.
That's true. That's true. The
if
tiny
we all
things.
had your enthusiasm, we'd be in a much better place.
All right. I'm going to spread it around. Enthusiasm.
Okay, we have another talker coming up in just a moment, but we do have some morning headlines to get to this morning. So let's start with this. Guilford County's school board members say they're stepping up security to protect Superintendent Dr. Sharon Contreras and other district employees. The board said it based its decision off of a number of hate-filled emails, voicemails, and social media posts. Board members say this all started after a website called Next News Network posted a misleading story about a protest at a school board meeting. The school board said it is hard to tell how long they will need this extra security in place, but you can read much more about the situation on WFMYNews2.com. The city of Greensboro's Safety Town program is expanding and opening a new site at Barber Park thanks to donations. WFMY News 2's Denise McMiller has a closer look at the difference this program makes in the lives of so many children.
The Country Park Safety Town is a staple in the community that has been making a difference for generations. The mini city allows children to get hands-on interactive safety techniques that stick with them through adulthood. Greensboro police officers teach 5- and 6-year-olds safety lessons throughout the summer. During these informative years, they learn how to make good decisions at traffic lights and intersections, knowing who trusted adults are, and learning the dangers of drugs and gun safety. There are 6 two-week sessions. About 100 children take part in each session, and each summer they fill up. But the approved construction of Barber Park Safety Town will allow police officers to invest in more children.
For police officers to invest in young kids and young adults and their families and get to know them on good terms, under good times. So you're sharing knowledge, you're sharing educational lessons, but you're really just starting to develop those good relationships so that hopefully if the kids are lost one day or they're in trouble or they're scared, they can feel safe approaching a police officer.
Roberts Park Outdoor Classroom will have a similar setup as the Lewis Rec Center. Greensboro Police and SROs will run the second site. And by next summer, programs will run at both locations. But in the meantime, programs are currently going on at the Lewis Rec Center. You can go to our website at WFMYnews2.com for more information on how to sign your little one up.
Such a great program. On to another story here. In a landmark legal settlement, e-cigarette giant JUUL has agreed to take more action to stop underage sales and marketing towards underage individuals. The company will also pay North Carolina $40 million. The state accused JUUL of deceptive marketing tactics that targeted young people and made them addicted to it. JUUL will put new sales restrictions in place and will not advertise to people under 21 in North Carolina. A local community college wants to help you stay debt-free and customize your schooling. Today, Rockingham Community College will host a free Zoom session to discuss scholarships available to students interested in enrolling this fall. The school is offering free tuition for 2 years to any student who graduated from a North Carolina high school this year. Details are on WFMYnews2.com.
All right, let's get to our next conversation. You might have your phone in your hand. Does this phone double as your camera?
Yes.
Yeah, for a lot of us, the answer is yes. Do you use your smartphone on the regular, or do you use a nicer camera? That's the topic of conversation today.
All right, so a lot of you have already posted some stuff on my Facebook page. We'll turn to Jessica first. She said, I use both my cell phone and a camera. She said it depends on the setting. Pamela says, these days I use my phone camera since it's always with me. However, I do know how to use a Canon since I took a photography class years ago. She said, I even developed pictures in a dark room back at BYHS. And I think that means Bartlett Yancey High School. She must be from Yanceyville.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle says, just got the iPhone 12 Pro. Amazing camera. It's the go-to, but if planning to go somewhere, we will usually bring the Canon, as it does zoom in a lot better. That is a great point. So you zoom in to get those pictures with, you know, your Canon, your digital phone, camera, but the filters on, you know, your cell phone are just unmatched. You know, I can make it look like I'm in a studio, which I am, or I can make it look like I have like, I'm in a day setting or outside setting, or if I have low light, it can bring it high. I don't really play around with too many filters, just kind of like those, you know, what setting am I in?
Right, the basic ones. Yeah, I'm not huge into filters either, but I do like the ability to lighten photos. Especially if you have shadows or you're in a setting where you don't have a lot of natural light. So that's a really good feature, and it's much easier than going into like a Photoshop or something and taking your pictures that you uploaded from your regular camera. That said, maybe it's because I have an older iPhone model, but the picture quality on my camera is nothing in comparison to that of a real camera. We hire professional photographers for all of our nicer family photos and our wedding photos, and there is just a huge quality difference, and the techniques that they use to, you know, blur out the background or bring something to the foreground, it's just amazing. I took a photography class in high school too, and we actually had a dark room in our high school, and so I learned to develop film. Harder than it looks, and you have to, you know, get just the right amount of chemicals in there and shake it up and let it sit for the right amount of time, but it is really neat and kind of a lost art, sadly.
Yeah. You know, I've never done that, but the only movie I've seen, what was that movie where like the teenage girl was obsessed with this guy and just like a live-in, you know, person, crush or something like that. But anyway, it's a great movie, but that's the only that's the only affiliation that I have with that. How about you, Ed Matthews? Are you more of a, you know,
yeah,
guy,
definitely use the phone. You know, I was thinking back, I've never owned one of those fancy, smancy, expensive cameras. I think they're very nice, but you know, you got the shutter speed and all that stuff, and it's like, too technical for me. And I'm thinking back, before my camera on my cell phone, what did I have? You remember those little pocket cameras where you could put the film in, close it up, and run it forward, you know, and set it up? That's what I had. That's about the fanciest camera that I've had until, you know, my cell phone. I think cell phones, my cell phone is about 2 years old, but it takes wonderful pictures, you know, and it's easy, you know, yeah, you know, you want to adjust the lighting and so on and so forth. Don't use the filters very much, but you know, I can be out and about walking down the street and I'll go, wow, that's a beautiful cumulus cloud. Let me take a picture of it.
You know, I do the same thing.
So definitely the cell phone. And you know, the quality and the resolution of the photos from cell phones is just getting sharper and sharper. Really good.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I get your enthusiasm about it. I don't know about the cumulus clouds.
Now, I don't go around and take, but you know, to be honest with you, I mean, really, storm chasers out, you know, in the Midwest and the plains, you know, that's what they do. They chase tornadoes and severe weather, and it's very easy. Now, some of them use the fancy cameras. They want to get the perfect shot.
Right.
But you know, it's nice. And so we can really keep an eye on breaking weather and severe weather much easier by just pulling the phone out of the pocket and just boom, getting a photo there. So that's nice.
I love having the phone right at my hand. You know, anytime I want to take a picture, because you never know. With kids, they're going to do something funny or unexpected, and you have to be ready to go. I did start putting my phone away more though, because I noticed every time I pulled it out, my kid said, cheese. And I'm like, I'm not taking a picture of you. And I didn't want them to think that I was always filming them or taking pictures of them. So I don't really use my phone like that anymore. But for our family photos, you know, I definitely call in a professional photographer, because they just look great. I mean, they do a job that I don't think I could do with my phone. And they touch up things. You know, the last family photo we took, I was right after Julian was born, and it was the 5 of us, and we're sitting there and we're on the floor, and I'm like, this is gonna be a horrible picture. And it came out so great, you know, just because the way that they see things through the lens that we don't see.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know, case in point, you know, I was just thinking, you know, we have our photos made here at WFMY from time to time, that they use fancy cameras.
They do.
You know, they'll take a picture of me and I'll look at that and I was like, that can't be me. That's a pretty darn nice looking picture. But
you are nice looking.
And that, you know, that just goes to show, you know, those more expensive cameras are going to take the sharpest photos, you know, what we would call the professional photos here in the business.
Not only taking the photos, but if you print photos, which I know not a lot of people print photos anymore, but I still print a few to put in frames around the house. I still make little albums with actual books, and they make nice gifts. The quality of the photos that are from an actual professional camera, when they're translated into print form, I think are so much better, because for some reason, maybe it's my phone or maybe it's the pixelation of those iPhone pictures, they don't translate quite as clearly to paper.
But not when you're blowing them up, or the larger prints, I think are more pixelated, you know, especially when you're using them from the iPhone or from whatever your digital camera is. But anyway, let's see what other people are saying. Let's see, we've gotten some folks who say, Jason said, use my phone and I need all the filters I can to help me look better. Let's see. Latoya said, I miss seeing you all. This warms my heart. So sweet. Shannon Stricker says, I use my phone and have captured gorgeous photos with it. Bobby Odom said, I've always wanted to get into photography. When I was younger, I wanted to be a photographer for Sports Illustrated. Swimsuit magazine, Bobby. He just wanted the trip.
That's it.
To the beach, yeah, exactly. But Shannon added she loves taking pictures of her kids and random flowers and stuff. And she used to work at Life Touch, National School Studios, and have won photo contests.
I remember Life Touch. That's like where
They still
all
have
those
Life
school
Touch.
photos were taken.
Life Touch still does.
So funny.
School photos. They're just now I feel like they're all online, so you can like pick and choose, and then you can leave a note for the photographer if you want something retouched specifically. You can do that. I mean, it's literally like, it's not like it used to be.
No. I remember when my mom used to dress us up and take us to Sears, because they had a little photo booth in Sears, and they had all the props and everything, and you would sit in a little studio, and then afterward you would stay there and look at all the proofs and make your selections. You know, there wasn't this like digital back and forth, oh, I'll send you the USB drive of the files or something. It just didn't work like like that. In some ways, it was simpler because I have such a hard time making decisions about which photos I love, especially for an album, you know, because when they're of your kids, you think they're all cute, even though they're the exact same pose in like 10 photos. And so I think fewer choices helps mitigate some of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I see some more from comments from Nadine. She said, I only use my phone. Cherie said, I use my smartphone. And Heather said, I only use my phone. I don't take pictures that much, though. And Karen added, my phone. So,
It's just convenient.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, you know, you can be a goofball with taking pictures like me and still get pictures that come out perfect here on your phone. So you just whip it out, as I said earlier, and take a photo and you're done. So you're able to capture quite often, or more often than not, those moments where you think, oh, I wish I had a camera. Well, wait a minute, I do. Pull it out of my pocket and snap it real quick and usually get the photo you want.
Yeah, you would think that like Apple created, you know, camera phones or something like that because of the way they mastered them. But like I remember, you know, the old Motorola phones. The flip phones had cameras, and I remember the whole debate was like, oh, this is going to, you know, ruin privacy. You know, people can just snap pictures, and, you know, I mean, I guess that still is the case, but I mean, you're just developing even better, you know, over time.
Yeah.
Now they can listen to you. Go figure.
They can do a lot.
They go figure.
No privacy anymore.
Right. But the apps don't forecast like he does.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Yeah.
He's
Let's
a real
talk
deal.
about it. You're so sweet. Thank you very much. Temperatures near 90 today and tomorrow. Low storm chance. Basically just a couple of beautiful summer days. And then with the approach of a cold front from the northwest, we'll start to gradually increase the shower chance. Thursday afternoon, 40% chance, but that front looks as though it's going to move into our area and kind of hang out for Friday and maybe part of Saturday, giving us a good chance of showers. 84 on Friday, 81. Not cooler because of cooler, drier air, just a lot of extra clouds. Still plenty of humidity to go around. Now here's the important thing for the 4th of July, or really the overall weekend. If we can get this front to keep moving on through and get out of here, I think Sunday and into Monday is going to be really nice. It looks as though the drier day of the weekend will be Sunday. So the key is going to be to get the front in, dump the rain on Friday and maybe early Saturday, and then get that front out of here, and the rest of the weekend overall looking really, really good.
You know what would look really, really good?
What's that?
If it was like, there was like a 77 on there.
Oh, yeah.
Wishful thinking.
78.
You gotta get in July.
Yeah. The best I could do for you, Tracy, was 81.
That's fine.
And again, humidity out the roof. So
you know what? You have exceeded expectations for July.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll keep it up. You know, here we are getting ready to start July. I got to go through the whole month and see if I can keep it cool. We've only had, what, 3 90-degree days so far this season? That's incredible. We should have had more. Not complaining
Definitely
at
not.
all. We'd have about 33 in a normal season. We'll keep those 90s out of here the best we can.
Yeah, it looks like 4th of July not going to be too bad. You said, you know, might have to dodge like an isolated shower, but fireworks shows should be okay.
I think it'll be okay. The key, and I want to say, you know, we're going to track this right on through the rest of the week, but the key is going to be the front moving out. It's a slow mover. It's going to take forever to get here, and it might take forever for it to get out of here. So right now we're being optimistic with a drier Sunday, but if it were to really slow down and just get stuck over our area, you know that Bermuda High offshore I talk about a lot?
Talking about me?
That's what, that's the one.
I'm like, yeah,
that's
call me
the
Bermuda
one,
High.
That's the one that's going to put the brakes on the front. So, but we're hoping that we'll be able to salvage Sunday. You know, a lot of activities are going on Saturday. So the quicker the front goes through, the better it's going to be for all of our outdoor plans.
She wants to be the Bermuda High. I want to be the high pressure system because that brings the nice weather,
Well,
right?
You could be the cold front that brings in the cooler, drier air.
She's always trying to, you know, one-up me.
You're the lower dew points, okay? That'll make people happy. Yeah, there comes the drier
I'll be the
air.
lower dew point. Okay.
I'm done. Yeah. All right. Come up with your own weather terms and bring it with us tomorrow. We'll be right back here at 7:45 tomorrow for another edition of After GMS. And of course, join us on the Good Morning Show. We're there bright and early, starting at 4:30, right there on your TV. We'll see you later. Take care.